One, two, three. To my thank you very much, Mexican. Good morning, everybody. This is a very special meeting, a meeting that brings together key stakeholders in elections, people who are moving democracy forward, elections are more accountable and more credible. And so that's the reason why PAACA has brought this gathering together today. PAACA focuses majorly on building the relationship between institutions and citizens. And so today, we're coming together as citizens and stakeholders to ensure that we bring our heads together in bringing up solutions that will promote democracy, make our elections more credible, and also speak up and listen to recommendations for reforms that can be passed on to the National Assembly. Before we move down to that, I'd like us to know ourselves because as stakeholders in elections, if you get to know ourselves, that can be the foundation for networking and also to get to know ourselves because beyond debating, we'll be able to make ourselves close there and then work collaboration and partnership to foster more development at this national level. And so I'll be starting with myself for the introduction. And so it will be very brief, just your name, your position, and then the organization you're representing. Personally, my name is Isaiah Amoni. I work with Career Advocacy as Senior Program Officer, and maybe ask some of my colleagues to introduce themselves later on, but let's start from my right.
Good morning, I'm Chiku Suna.
Welcome.
Well, Sister of Nicholas, the United Election on 2020.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monday. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gloria. I work with the Women of Business. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ben Williams. I work with Women. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kutia Haribanulo. I am with PDP, the state PDP. So let's see.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon from National University.
Good morning. My name is Suni Soboye from National Organization Agency.
Say from Ambulance in the German Congress of the Geographical Parties, State People Universities.
Good morning, all. My name is John Yayo Solomon, the Chairman of Action Democratic Party, ADP, and also the IPAC Acting State Chairman.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdullah Adelaide, the journalist and I work for the Nation Speaker. At the same time, I'm the chairman of the NPP and National Council.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lafia. I'm the People Communication.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ellis. I'm the anchor of Ground Zero Radio TV program and also the CEO of Procyon Media Television. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amaa, the community champion for capacity for local government. And that's the local government accountability for capacity for local government.
Bako Abdul Usman, the former national president of Campaign for Democracy. He made it possible for us to sit here today. If not for Campaign for Democracy, the military would have still been.
My name is Yusuf Kambu. I would support my brother also. I'm also a comrade. I am a founder of community aid. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dani Makovina from the Education Economic Initiative. We are a grassroots organization. Good morning, all. My name is Asaa from Legal Awareness for Nigeria Women.
Good morning, everybody. For the last time, welcome to the second. Morning, everyone. My name is Richard Harvey, Election Policy with
Welcome again, State Director National Nutrition Institute.
Good morning, Marshall Roger, community establishment.
Good morning, all. My name is Asaa, work with government and teacher.
Thank you very much. For this program, we're not just working alone. We are working in partnership with Plan Agrapa as being funded by the Mankato Foundation. And so for every time that we have a gathering, this is one among 15 other gatherings that we've done across different states in the country. And so for all of these programs, for every time we have a gathering like this, we meet with the stakeholders at the level. And one of those people is the security operatives, another is the Independent National Electoral Commission, as well as also the National Administration Agency. Across all of our programs, we invite them because we understand that they are a key stakeholder who helps with orientation and mobilize citizens to ensure that information is being passed as well as the elections are more credible across the state. And so today we are going to be taking a good message from one of our stakeholders, which is the National Orientation Agency. And here we have a state director for National Orientation Agency, Mr. Daniel Makama. Let's welcome him as a guest to the meeting.
and let us educate electors on how to choose the right candidates, enlighten youth on data of topic and mobilize people to actively participate in all the electoral process and to be committed to the democratic value. I want to go back to the 2023 general election. The last 2023 general election presented both challenges and opportunity for growth. All of us sitting here, we have challenges and opportunities for growth. And challenges are telling it's good for you to experience challenges because without challenges you cannot achieve, you cannot be successful. It's the challenges will help you to build on them and find a way out solution on how to solve it. While we witness instances of electoral violence, vote buying, and other malpractice, we also saw the resilience of our democratic institution and the determination of Nigerians to shape the future. National Electoral Agency played a significant role in promoting peaceful and credible elections, working closely with stakeholders to sensitize citizens on the importance of their vote. The key takeaway from the 2023 election, electoral violence, a major concern that requires corporate effort from all stakeholders to prevent it. And I believe second here will deliberate on it to find what is the way forward which can eliminate electoral violence in our electoral process. What by MNS that undermine the integrity of the electoral process. Champion, the chairman of the political party is here. Is there no seller cannot get a buyer? So please tell your candidates, let them present themselves and manifest if they present it. People are convinced on it, they will not use money and use resources to buy people mandates. Voters education. Voters education is critical to ensure that citizens make informed decisions. What is the way forward? As we look ahead to the future election, National Orientation Agency in Kaduna State remain committed to its mandate. We will continue to work with stakeholders to one, promote peaceful election. The security people are here. We have enjoyed their partnership, and it's not only this. We can make the work less for the security people in the political parties and others. CSO try to mobilize the people on how to conduct themselves towards election. Promote peaceful election through targeted sensitization campaign and community engagement. Enhance voters' education by providing citizens with accurate, timely information on the electoral process. Strengthen stakeholders' collaboration. A tree cannot make a forest. An organization cannot give reform electoral process in Nigeria and in Kaduna State. It's a collective effort. But the government and others, it is our own responsibility for us to join them. Building partnership with civil society organizations, government agencies, and other key players to ensure smooth and credible electoral process. Call to action. We urge all stakeholders to join hands with National Orientation Agency in promoting electoral reform. Together we can, one, build confidence in the electoral process by ensuring transparency, accountability, and fairness. Protect civil and political rights by promoting an environment that allows citizens to exercise their right freely and ensure that their vote counts. Support INEC in its effort to conduct free, fair, and credible elections. As National Agency will remain committed to in our role in shaping the narrative and influencing positive behavioral change in our citizens, we believe that through collaborative effort, we can build a strong democracy and ensure that our elections reflect the will of the people. Thank you very much.
I'm pleased to finally have the stance here on stage. I have another commitment in the office. I may not stay for the deliberation, but whatever I will be informed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Your message. Whenever I think of national orientation, what comes to my mind is Nigeria will be for national orientation. At the point that was the slogan that was talking about being Nigerian. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, for your message. And so you're going to also another stakeholder. You need to understand the power of security officials during elections when you are the crisis begin to do security of things around. And so that stakeholder giving us really good message from their commanders office is the election monitoring unit, Nigerian Civil Defense Corps. With us here is the staff that people are so the staff from the great institute.
Happy to stand on the existing protocol. Good morning, all. I actually have been part of the elections that brought in so many leaders in this country. Now, in one of those elections, before I go through my speeches, I was at a particular collation center, and I met one international observer who came to the collation center, and the observation the international observer made was I went to part 2 polling unit A, B, C, and there were no guns. So I asked her, I said, Madam, in your country, when you hold elections, do they see guns around? Are we fighting a war or we are holding elections? So it tends to give you the picture of how they look at elections in Africa and in Nigeria in particular. They see it more as a war. But then we hope to change narrative. I begin. Distinguished stakeholders, esteemed guests, fellow citizens, it is with deep sense of responsibility and optimism that I, on behalf of the State Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Kaduna State Command, extend this goodwill message as we reflect on the 2023 general elections and chart the path forward for future electoral processes in Nigeria. The conduct of elections in any democratic society is a collective endeavor, one that requires the active participation, integrity, and collaboration of all stakeholders. In this regard, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps played a vital role in safeguarding the electoral environment, protecting critical infrastructure, and supporting the independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in ensuring a peaceful and credible process. The just concluded 2023 elections showcased significant lessons. While there were commendable improvements in voter awareness, deployment of technology, and stakeholder engagement, challenges such as logistical constraints, misinformation, and localized security threats underscore the need for continuous improvement. From the INEC 2023 general election reports, it gathered that in 2019, we had 84,004,084 registered voters and 1,199,974 polling units, which increased in 2023 to 93,004,096 and then 8 registered voters, with 176,846 polling units, giving us an increase in registered voters of 11.27%, with 87,209 and 9 collected PVCs, which is just 93% of the total registered voters. It's also recorded 180 incidents of violence in 18 states, with Kano State having 76 cases, followed by Kogi State with 26 cases. Between 20 to 26th of February 2023, between cases between 20 to 26 February 2023, between 2019 to 2022, Annex suffered over 50 attacks on its buildings and facilities across 15 states. Stakeholders, including INEC, security agencies, political parties, civil society organizations, the media, and the electorate, each have an essential role in building a more transparent and inclusive electoral system. Collaboration, professionalism, and the genuine will to uphold democratic values must remain at the heart of our collective efforts. As we look ahead to the future elections, let us reaffirm our commitment. One, strengthen interagency coordination for election security, enhance civic education and public trust in the process, promote peaceful participation in conflict resolution, encourage transparency and accountability across all levels. Let us build on the experiences of 2023 and continue to work towards a future where the will of the people is fully respected and promoted. Together, with unity, vigilance, and a shared sense of purpose, we can uphold the integrity of our democracy and ensure that every election reflects the voice of the Nigerian people. Thank you, and may our nation continue to grow in peace, justice, and democratic strength.
Thank you very, very much, the representative from the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps. Thank you very much for that. And we understand that for every time the election is supposed to go, that somebody's name is supposed to be on the ballot. And before they can be on that ballot paper, they have to become a political party. And so representing the political party here is the chairman of CNPD. Let's make welcome, with a round of applause, Mr. Mikhail Abubakar. Short message, please.
Good morning. Let me start on the existing protocol. Well, according the anchor say this is just a well message, but at this time, when the future of our democracy, both progressive and transformative action, this gathering serves as an avenue for us to discuss on the electoral reform in Nigeria. Electoral reform is not just a political necessity. Electoral reform is the key of restoring public confidence on the electorate, that is the voters. As our Oga was saying that we should call at the attention of our politicians on the issue of vote buying. So I'm trying that to see that how we mitigate the issue of vote buying. But if we want to mitigate the issue of vote buying, first, those ones that were elected to the position, the current one, they should fulfill their promise. But allowing people to be suffering every day, there is no work, there is no job, so that one will give them the room of selling their votes. So this is not the time of, this is just a good message. When the time of discussion came, we will discuss that content. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Iron. And so, from here onwards, I'll be calling on somebody who is here to be judged, is somebody who has advocated for good governance and democracy from the point of citizens' perspective. And he is no other person but the Executive Director of Advocacy at Africa in Africa. Let me welcome Mr. Asaa.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you so very much for finding time to be in this town hall meeting. And I want to thank the director, state director of the National Petition Agency. I'm going to move around there. The state director of the National Petition Agency for
finding time to join us. And thank you for obliging when I said it should just take a few minutes before the news. Why are we having the town hall meeting? What has necessitated the need for having citizens' conversation around the election? We've done this in 15 states now, and the experience has been humbling. The experience has been humbling because people think that election is an all-comers affair. People think that because somebody is somebody, that person understands election. But what we have found out everywhere we have gone to is that there is a necessity for conversations to hold around the election. And I just do a simple test everywhere that we have gone to, and I would also do the test here. But it's not meant to put anybody on the hot seats. Just I have a body lie detector. If you lie, I will know that you have lied. So, but I'll just ask the question again. If you have a copy of the law that we are trying to amend now, the Electoral Act 2022. If you have a copy, soft hard copy, just wait me. I said I have a lie detector. So if you have a copy, just wait. Soft copy or hard copy. Who are those listening? Yes. Okay. Then you can take a count. Please raise your hand again. So, how many people have registered? How many people have registered? 20 people have registered. 6 people have a copy of Electoral Act. Okay, if you have your own copy of the Nigerian 1999, if you have it, if you have read substantial part of my constitution, it's possible to have something and not. Are we together? Okay. In 2023, if you came in contact with INEC, saw the INEC, but now let us understand where this is. What does this reflect for us? What it tells us is that many of us are Christians, but we don't have a copy of the Bible. Many of us are Muslims, but we don't have a copy of the Bible. So what do we depend on? We depend on what that what he said. What he said. He said what the Bible and the Quran on election are those three documents that I talked about. I talked about what? The Constitution, the Electoral Act, and the guideline. If you don't have it, anything you are saying about the election is gossip. And you know the biggest industry in Nigeria, there are two big industries in Nigeria. Number one is the gossip industry. Number two is the complaint industry. So these town halls are meant to shut down those two industries. You understand what I'm saying? The idea is to see how we can shut down the industry of gossip, the industry of complaining, and use facts to puncture lies, especially when politicians give us talking points. Politicians take the bait, they give us the talking points, they issue the talking points. And most times, our coverage from the CNTP, you just came here now and said, goodbye to the people in government shoes. You know how sweet that is. Hunger, ambition, and then it's nice. All the people that were bad, no matter the party they come from, are what? Are they not politicians? You contest election without a party. Which time in Nigeria did anybody say that things are good? I am going to be 59 years in October. Nobody has ever told me that Nigeria is good. We are always trying to be fast. As if we didn't live in that past. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. As if we are not part of that past. That past, before that past, we are always saying things are difficult. Things are difficult. Then when we move to the future again, we say that past that instead was difficult was, am I telling that? So that means that we have to challenge this knowledge. If the people are knowledgeable, they will not be deceived by the techniques and the talking points by the politicians. You can use this knowledge to be able to define the things that are confirmed. In 2023, since 2015 to 2025, there has been incredible improvements in our electoral process. Incredible. What is bad will be if one person starts copying here now, just one person starts copying here, that is me. Because that's the only thing these cameras will record. Everything we take there will no longer become important. What is important is that at the PAACA conference, somebody come until it was. You understand what I'm saying? Because that is what they define as news. But as citizens, we must take a step backward and say, what has gotten better? What needs to be improved based on your knowledge of the guidelines, the constitution, and what? The electoral act. An amendment is going on. If you don't know what is the reformer, can you suggest an improvement? So the amendment there's a constitutional amendment going on. So the gather people understand. Ignorant people will come to this and be talking. And like I keep saying, ignorance continues to parade as authority. Ignorance is the loudest. And if somebody who doesn't know something, I want to shut you down. And once people apologize for doing, does that happen? Somebody who does not know, once people apologize for what you do, and then go back later to go to in another place without apologizing. So we have come to you to have a conversation that is intended for education. It's a master class town hall. What do I mean master class? All of you are experienced people in your professions. Most times, the reason you don't pay attention to business because you have other things that engage your mind. Livelihood, issues of life and the rest of them. But when we come together, that it draws your attention to stateful issues that perhaps just all I like in closing, I'll just use one example for instance. How many people keep talking about Ireland and bleach in 2020? That they did not upload the presidential results. That also yes. I think that was a very serious issue. Okay, so simple test again. What's the class? Yeah, anybody can answer. If I what is the class? I don't want to. That's everything. Yeah, it is that. But every day we say rivers, 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 rivers. May never rivers. I didn't say explain. I said what is. I didn't say explain. I said what is. You got now the points that I'm trying to make. Can you talk about something you don't know? What is Ireland? What is Ireland? That thing that failed, that had goods. What is this thing that everybody was shouting in 2016? How it failed. And because of that, election has been manipulated. The challenge money from the ground. Let us take time. That's why it's saying this one. Let us take time to understand. This thing everybody shouting. What is it? Because of this power, we will unpack all of that. But if you have voted in any election, at least 2015 and 2025, and you just wait me as well. If you voted, if you went to vote, okay, for civil society people, if you observe the election, wait me. People in civil society, if you observe the election. Okay, so when you go to the polling, they give you biometric voters verification. That's the big one. Right? We give it to you. You put your vote. If you didn't capture it, they capture your facials. Are we together? So that's the big one. So the work of that big one is to make sure that you are the owner of the card that you carry. Right? So it's a unique total identification tech. So if you are not the owner of the card, it will expose you. Before, thumbprints used to be a challenge. So we moved it to facial. So that even if you your thumbprint that is your face can be captured. Now I'll tell you what that Kano registered 6-7 million voters in 2023. Kano would launch vote 3 million people. And if you are those people who are older than many of us here, know that the result of Kano used to be the last result to come out. Lagos registered 6 million voters in 2023. It could not do 2.5 million in 2023. Lagos are announced. Rivers registered 3 million, they did not do 1.7. And these are big vote areas. Rivers was able to ensure that even if you wanted to manipulate, you have to manipulate it. Because because you can't rule out manipulation. So those of us who observe the election, we said that Rivers performed in 96% of the places where it was deployed. And the election of Ghana, that's what the report for 2023 election says. Rivers performed in 96% of the places where it was deployed. What am I saying? That Kano will not do what they normally do in time pass. Lagos will not do what they normally do in time pass. The politicians need to understand what to do. Right? So the business performance function, was it an improvement in the electoral process? Yes. So when you say 2023 election was marked with irregularities, there is a place for you to point out what went when something performed like this. It's the electoral process, not an electoral event. Electoral what? Process. That's number one. Now, I ask you about certain elections. If after you have elected, how do you vote? You vote manually, that was it. Results are collected out. Please be answering you. And then enter into a form called for EC88. How? Right? Copies of those results are into. Who are they to? Party agents, security, and INEC. Those two are the people who get results. That was it. And then one big one is called for E60. It's pasted on the wall. It's called People's Results Sheets. Right? Now, the party agent has a copy of the results from the polling unit. Am I correct? He has it. The security has it. After they have taken those results, the INEC official takes a photo, still photo of that result that is in the pocket of who? Security party agent, and uploads it into a TV. INEC results viewing portal. INEC result what? Please organize that viewing what? Portal. What do you do in viewing? This is citizens town hall meeting on election reform. I'm viewing it. I cannot change it. Can I change it? Now, you have already come for this town hall meeting. If this thing falls off now, if this banner falls from that place, and you no longer can read this thing, you no longer can read what's on this thing. Have I manipulated anything? Eh? Okay, tell me how. You said yes. How did I manipulate? No, what I'm saying is that I've already viewed this thing. It's viewing. It's just for you to. Now, the man who has this result is pocket. He has the result in his pocket. He started shouting that because I did not post this thing on the place that you can do this, that I have manipulated the election. And all of us went to town. I don't know if I'm making sense. He started shouting. There was a glitch. There was a glitch. Nobody asked you this glitch. Don't you have a result? You have the result. Can you show us the result that was given to you? This result was given to you. You have a copy. Now, these people that they don't have a choice. The agent they have is not a member of their house. He paid the person. One agent can look for ATC because the reasoning is transactional. So if you let the guy collects a copy of the result, he does what I do for. How much she has because it's about payment. Yes. A lot of the ones that are represented for INEC, we are mutilated. They were not the same as the ones that were invested. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. No, hold on. No, hold on. If you understand me, see, we conducted election. Every election, I need to listen to the careful so that you can put. Every election is conducted everywhere. Where is it conducted? Only now you send your agent. Your agent is the representative of the candidate and the party to become your eye and your hand and your ear. Now this election has happened. As an agent, I have given you your copy of this result. I think that's what I'm saying. Now, I have in this polling here all of us. And then the man uploads the of result. What the way so I think that maybe you should continue your presentation. Sure. No, yes. I want to. So my presentation. Can you use this? Okay, so it's not hearing clearly. My problem is some of these things we all hear in place of the court in determining. No, you are going too. You are going too far. You are going too far. Just to raise it. That this is not what I had. That this has been mutilated. So that's the issue. But the level of acceptance at the collation center is another thing. And whether the electoral management body refers to the one that you are talking about that has uploaded, it's also another issue.
So nobody can go to be patient. Nobody can go to the upload except there is a complaint. Okay. I don't know if you understand. You can call a press conference and complain about mutilation. But now you have to now bring this result that you have. If possible, bring a photo of this one that was pasted and go to that collation center. But if you watched 2023 carefully, at that there is something I'm trying to draw out, and I just hope you are patient too. Now, at that collation center, the result in polling unit 101 was mutilated. All of us are watching. You don't get document for your hands. You are talking to this.
The wrong person.
You are not talking to me. To talk to me, all you need to do is to say, this is the result that my agent collected from the polling unit. I want to tender it. I don't know if you understand. You hit me. Immediately you say that, you hit me.